Being an adult with autism is hard because you soon start to figure out that you live in a world of shame and you believe people you talk to, they are afraid of you because of your autism. You kind of believe that it's your fault, but really it's just how you talk. In my opinion, people with autism, they do have a very special gift, which is their talent.
I spent a long time talking to a parent about their concerns about adult transition, and I think for me that's really where it became clear, and I think if you talk to anyone who's living with a family member with ASD or is an individual with ASD, this has been a kind of overlooked area.
C'est pas parce qu'on quitte l'école secondaire que du jour au lendemain on devient autonome ou on crée des contacts ou on a des amis. C'est très important d'avoir l'idée qu'il faut planifier ça, qu'il faut planifier quand on dit transition école-vie active, vraiment vers la vie active, vers la vie adulte, qui peut être soit le travail, qui peut être des études supérieures, qui peut être une autre forme d'engagement.
I've always wanted to become a graphic designer and a writer. I mostly like to write scripts and stories for a TV show or a movie.
There's like a certain trauma that underlies, like living your whole life being the, I don't know, outlier or special situation of some kind that like fails at fitting in.
The few things that have come out in the past couple of years have really focused on parents being very important, so having a parent support or kind of a parent coach. And we really wanted to focus on the individuals as young adults themselves.
As somebody who lives by myself and my parents don't really have a big role in my life anymore, I think that it's really frustrating to want to access anything that's by, for, or about autistic people, and it's centered around the non-autistic parents of small autistic children, and everything is written as if like we wouldn't be reading it and wouldn't be invested in these sorts of things. Nobody should be assuming how to meet the needs of others without directly asking them.
The most notable things about the approach of our program is that we start with the needs of the participants themselves. This is something that's unique and not really done in kind of the standardized programming that's usually available. So we do a needs assessment at the beginning to really make sure that the students and the participants are having their needs met in the program. The other component that's really important to mention is that our curriculum is universally designed. So that means that there are multiple means of representation. We present the material in different ways. We also use the interests of the individuals who are in the group, and we also have multiple means of making sure that that material is consolidated and generalized and understood. So this is an extremely important component to our program's approach.
There are 10 sessions, and once a week we met with them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the participants would come to McGill, and basically each session would be set up so that we would talk about what they had done over the course of the week, and then we would review the topic for that week, and then also kind of wrap up with different exercises that talked about it. So for example, if the topic was about nonverbal communication, then we would talk about that topic and do different exercises.
At the moment, I just need support from my family and friends to encourage me to do well in the future and to make sure I succeed with a full-time career, because my goal is to become a college professor. I just need advice and encouragement. Also, if ever I do face any complications, I would like to maybe talk to my psychologist as well. Perhaps they can support me.
Whenever I want to find a job, it's going to be hard for me to do it alone. That's why I need a friend, a family member, and a teacher to help me find that job.
In reality, the thing that would help me the most is if the general population at large took it upon themselves to do a little bit of learning and a little bit of being self-critical about like the implications that having certain expectations of even interpersonal relationships.
In our randomized controlled trial, we had significant improvement in self-determination. The increase in scores was greater in the intervention group than in our control group. And the same pattern was seen in terms of quality of life rating.
When I was in elementary school and high school, I was like more of an outcast. I didn't really know how to fit in. Eventually, as I grew older, I started to become more mature. So when I went to college and university, I actually started to feel more confident with my surroundings, and eventually I felt comfortable talking with people. What is my passion? I love to play tennis. I also love to watch movies, action and adventure films, especially historical drama films, because I'm in the history program at Concordia. I also love to travel too. Whenever I travel, I enjoy visiting museums or visiting tourist attractions.